students, now let us discuss the disadvantages of these MNCs. As you all know, children, the first disadvantage is danger for domestic industries. That is, we know that these MNCs operate in a very large scale, employing more number of manpower and latest technology and other things, through which the domestic industries, which operate in a very medium size or small size with the capital, manpower and technology, will directly be affected by these MNCs, which is a great threat to these domestic industries. In India also, at the advent of many MNCs, the local products are facing huge losses and heavy losses, and they are going outdated nowadays. For example, at the advent of Pepsi and Coca-Cola, our own products have that is faced heavy loss, and they just went out of the industry. Likewise, thus MNCs give a setback to the economic growth of the country. Then next one is outdated technology, transfer of outdated technology. See, it is the usual practice that these home countries would transfer only the outdated technology to the host countries, so which is not a very useful one for the host countries. Next, no benefit to the people, poor people. That is, these MNCs would produce things and would charge a very higher rate, including the advertisement expenses and expensive malls and other advertising techniques, etc. So they meant for the production only for the richest people. So the poor people would gain nothing from this MNCs. Next one is danger to independence. See, at first, these companies would help the governments in many ways by paying heavy amount for to start the industry and other things, but slowly they would exploit the host countries, and they would interfere in the political issues of the government also. See, in the same way only we were just affected ago by the East India Company. They have just started their selling units here, and slowly they have captured India. So the independence of host countries is a $1 million question in these cases. Next one is deprivation of job opportunities. See, these MNCs would give job opportunities only for the well educated or that is well educated and well trained people, and so the local people won't get any job opportunities from these MNCs. The next disadvantage of this MNC is misuse of mighty status. Say, MNCs are powerful economic entities. They can afford to bear the losses initially. At first, you just see, if an industry is set up in particular area, means till the installation, until it reaches the people, there won't be much profit for the companies. So, but these MNCs would that is bear those losses and wait for to cross this initial years of that is less profit or no profit period. But these domestic industries would not withstand like these MNCs in this respect. This may be it is a very bad marketing strategy of MNCs to wipe off the local competitors from the host country. See, after this 2 or 3 years, they could able to achieve very enormous profits, but this local competitors or local that is trade that is local products would not compete with these people. Then exploitation of natural resources. It is a natural thing that they won't show any mercy towards the host country's economic resources. They want only profit, they want to increase their profit margin. So they would just cruelly exploit the natural resources of the host countries. See, we all know that non-renewable resources or natural resources are there, like fossil fuels, oil, natural gas and coal, etc. These things, if it is wasted means, or if it is exploited means, it would not be available for the future generations. But these MNCs would cruelly exploit the natural resources of the host countries. Then next one is selfish promotion of alien culture. What do I mean by alien culture? That is which is not suitable for their home country. Even in India, after the advent of this enormous number of IT companies, the lifestyle of our Indian people have changed a lot. So it is a greater threat for the host countries. Next one is neglect of home country. An investment in host countries is more profitable as they could get cheaper labor, land rate, interest rate, capital, everything would be available at a very cheaper rate. So they are starting the business in the host countries. Naturally, the natural resources would be very high in those countries, and it is except that advantage, the economic growth of the home country is completely neglected. Now let us see the examples of MNCs which is incorporated in outside India and have branches in India, and which is incorporated in India and functions all over the world. Let us see the examples. The first one is list of Indian subsidiary companies of foreign MNCs, that is foreign countries, foreign companies we are going to see now. Bata Corporation, it is the company from Czechoslovakia. Colgate Palmolive, it is the American company. Sony Corporation, a Japan company. Suzuki, a Japan company. Timex is from USC. So now let us see the companies which have incorporated in India and which have become the very great MNCs in the world. Micromax Informatics, it is headquarters at Gurgaon, it is an Indian company. Hero Motor Corp, it has the head office in New Delhi. Bajaj, it is in Pune. Britannia in Bangalore. TVS in Chennai. Tata in Mumbai. Infosys in Bangalore. So these are the Indian companies which have started in India and have its branches all over the world.